Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Tina and I'm going to be doing some readings. I'm going to do messages like astrology messages. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. Sorry about that. So I'm going to be doing all signs, and I looked up the astrology, so I'll be sharing that with you, and then I'm going to do a follow-up with tarot. So we'll start with Aries, and so Aries, here's what the astrology says. So intimate partnership area is activated. Mars and is your planet ruler, and it activates the fourth house, which is home, family, and your deepest feelings. Uranus and Mercury retrograde is in Taurus, giving you the opportunity to break free from an unreliable source or a toxic comfort zone. Reflect on your sense of stability and the values you've compromised for the sake of a significant other. You are whole all by yourself. So, something happening here sounds like a good big change coming for you, Aries. Some kind of toxic cycles ending, something to do with stability, fourth house, which is, it's your family, it's your home, it's your sense of stability. And I feel like what's being brought to light is how much you've actually given up of yourself. And I feel like there's just some things that are going to have to go. So let's get some messages from, I've just grabbed the Yin Yang Tarot. And the first card that was flipped over is the self-care card. And so I feel like you're getting that energy where you are really putting yourself to the front. Like you're taking care of yourself first and foremost. And I mean, like, isn't that the way it needs to be? Yeah, there's alchemy happening here. Like things are changing. You're being able to express your truth, how you feel. I think you're nurturing and loving yourself. And I feel like you have, I feel like you're aware of some vulnerabilities, like what that was saying, like about the things you give up. And I think like there's some sort of fear attached to vulnerability to you. Like there's a little bit of fear. Tell me more messages, Spirit, for Aries. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I feel like something new is sprouting for after this eclipse. You know what you're letting go of is disharmony and confusion. That's what the eclipse is helping you out with. I feel like the astrology said, it's like you're realizing what you've really given up of yourself for some sort of relationship. And I feel like you're like leaping forward. I feel like there's opportunities coming. I see you building a solid foundation here. You're having an awakening, so there's something, I feel like you're being just shown different things. Like I feel like you're being shown, I think there's something about money here, but also like how, like it's mostly about your gifts too, love. Like you're worried about money, but there's abundance right here. This is fate coming in to save the day, like a big lightning bolt right to your head. So I feel like there's a lot of changes coming. And what's ending up happening is you finding like this stability and freedom, like right within yourself. Being able to speak your truth and love yourself and nurture yourself. Your focus is changing, I feel like, and it's bringing in good stuff. This is going to be a good eclipse for you, Aries. So, Taurus. Let's see what time it is. Taurus, unexpected shakeups have forced your fixed personality to adapt. The eclipse continues to bring you into balance. This eclipse charges up your relationship sector. Uranus and Mercury retrograde is in your sign, and it causes you to retrace your steps and come to terms with parts of yourself that you've compromised to maintain a superficial connection. Have these commitments influenced your sense of security and individual freedom? If it's no longer blooming and of value to you, it's time to really get honest with yourself. So, see what I mean about the eclipse? Pretty magical energy. Moving you to like see the bigger picture of things. What's working for you, what's not. What's blooming, what's not. What's helping you grow, right? So I feel like whatever's not working is leaving, right? Angel spirits, guides, give me some messages for Taurus. Yeah, you're gonna be surrendering some stuff. Like, yeah, it's just time to like let go. And I feel like that's coming in really quickly for you. Release. Okay, so here's what came out and how it came out. So you've got release, party, and renewal. So I don't know. So I feel like there's something outside of you that maybe has some sort of control over you. I feel like this is sort of like the devil energy, you know, like temptation and things like that. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like some of you are realizing that maybe there's, you know, something that needs to slow down or actually leave altogether. I think it does have something to do with partying for some of you. And then I see the renewal card. It's like death and rebirth, you know? Like I feel like you're just seeing something. I mean, here's what I see in this party card. I see cigarettes. I see somebody there's a drink, right? But cigarettes and alcohol is what's showing up to me here. You know what I mean? And I see you releasing and surrendering. So if that doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. But it could be something else, you know, something else that you're spending time and effort on. And the eclipse is showing you like, hey, this doesn't really fit anymore. Like, this isn't good for me. Why am I doing this? See, you have this sudden epiphany. You're like, oh my God, you have a breakthrough. Yeah. And all of a sudden you see your abundance. You see all the beautiful things you have around you already. There's so much healing. This is an inner child wound that's going on that's healing. But here's the south node. You might guys want to look into whatever your south node might have been. Or might, you know, like your natal south node. And see what that is, because it's the comfort zone. And it's a place that, you know, we live the first half of our life probably, you know, until we are put onto the north node path, which is our main soul purpose, right? But the south node is the last life we had. I know that's a lot. So if you don't believe in it, then I don't know. But it's very comfortable because we lived our whole life, the last life around, in the south node energy, whatever that might be for you. And so I see you kind of clinging to it. Like, this is more comfortable. Like, you're having a hard time letting go of whatever this is. It's some sort of temptation that controls your behavior in one way or another. It's harmful to you, you know. But I see you just surrendering it and letting it go. But then I see, like, you start to heal. You're living in the present. You're feeling really grateful. But there's something kind of sucking you back in. Okay, you want to know what it is? It's the strength, or it's this one, it's control. So this could be like something like a pattern, like you're either attracted to people that are have control issues, or you do, but you're clinging to it. You see, and that was right by the inner child too. So I feel like this is the old wound that has to go here. It's an inner child wound, and I feel like you are clinging to it. It's about control tactics. So this could be like, you know, you grew up having someone, you know, treat you in a certain type of way, and then you carry it into your adult life. Spirit is saying like it's changing, like everything's changing with this eclipse. You're like harnessing the power of the sun, right? You find this beautiful strength inside yourself, and suddenly you're just like wish fulfillment, you know? So I feel like there's a lot of stuff being cleaned up for you, Taurus. By the autumn, I feel like your wish fulfillment is happening, and I feel like you know, you might spend the next over the summertime like letting go of some things that just don't serve you anymore, because it's very clear that you're like kind of stuck in a comfort zone of some sort, which could mean like a cycle. But I feel like it's leaving. You're letting it go, and I feel like by autumn, which is like what, October-ish, I feel like that's going to be over for you. Whatever that cycle is, I think you're just letting it go. Okay, so Gemini's next, and here's what the astrology says. Surrender the pressure of perfectionism. The eclipse is shaking up your sixth house of health, due diligence, and service. It's opposing the sun, Uranus, and Mercury, that's retrograde, in your 12th house of unconscious patterns and all things behind the scenes. It may be a comfort zone you can keep private, or a subconscious programming that justifies the value of your daily efforts. But this energy is setting you free. Out with the old and in with the new. Your peace of mind is worth it. So that's what it says for you, Jim. Looks like a lot of stuff, old stuff, being let go for you too. So, I mean, eclipsed out. Psh, bye. Don't serve me anymore. See you later. So this is about your being a perfectionist. This is your health house too. So I'm going to ask Spirit right now to clarify this message from the astrology. Tell me what's happening for Gemini, spirits, angels, guides, and love and light beings. Thank you so much for hanging out. I love your messages, and I love you. Okay. Receive, decision, spy, and third eye. Okay, so the first thing is like there is someone watching you, or you're watching someone. There's some kind of decision that you have to make. I feel like, honestly, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you do follow your intuition. And you're open to receive. What are you thinking about here? I think you've been isolating for a while. I think what you're thinking about is your home and your family. Commitment, possibly. Spirit is all around you. Okay, so that's probably the most important thing I'm getting here. But I kind of feel like some of you feel, you know, like you're not enough or something. You know, like you have this feeling like, I don't know, like I feel like maybe you're kind of like some of you are kind of like in this energy, deception, rejection, loss, sadness, really, right? I feel like, honestly, it's made you very emotional here, but I feel like Spirit is saying, like, it's time for this to change. Like, you've been here long enough, and this is like Spirit guides all around you, changing some stuff, forming a new foundation for you. This is what I see the eclipse doing for you. So whatever it is that you lost or felt rejected by, I feel like that's changing. I feel like Spirit is changing it for you. I feel like they've heard your cry, you know, and they're just like, okay, we're going to assist now because you finally asked. They can't really interrupt your life. You have to ask. So Yeah, so there's justice coming, and I feel like, honestly, here's what I really am seeing is that, you know, you've got like this spirit assistance, and then you've got a new foundation forming, and then it's got balance and justice coming in, and then gratitude. So here's what I'm seeing, because all these cards came out, and you know how I'm always saying, like, when we can figure out why what the bad thing that happened to us gave us, you know, like the gift, spiritual gift, or some kind of knowledge that we use later to help other people or whatever. I feel like that's what's happening. Hi. Hi, Erica. Happy May Day to you. Don't you love this time of year? Oh, thanks. I just got it. My daughter bought me a birthday present. She made me an appointment to get my hair done. I was so excited. I know, I really kind of like it too. It's way better than that. I just kind of, like, I cut all the color off of it like about a year ago, and I haven't really done much to it since. So we were kind of starting with a fresh slate, so it was kind of fun. Okay, so what's happening? That is what's happening, because the alchemy card just came out. So basically, I feel like there's somebody here that's been like really stuck in some kind of grieving process. You feel like it could be a rejection thing, like a big breakup, and you feel like, ugh, like this sucks, you know. And then you've been probably talking to spirit about it. Spirit comes rushing in, and I don't know what they're gonna do here, to show you the balance or show you the what it gave you, but it is happening. Like, something's going to happen. You're going to be able to use some knowledge from whatever hurt you, and it's going to change everything. I mean, I feel like even this knowledge changing the way you look at yourself and take care of yourself, because it's got the self-care card here. Everything is turning around from you. The only thing I'm curious about here that I can't explain is this person watching. So I'm going to get regular tarot, and I'm going to ask about just this one card for Gemini. Who is this spy card? Like, is it Gemini, or is it Gemini watching something, or somebody watching Gemini? It could have something to do with work. So like, maybe you're changing some stuff up, and you're kind of being watched by people, like other people, right? If that doesn't make sense, it it also is telling me, like, this could be somebody from the past, a Six of Cups relationship, somebody that you maybe loved here. Could be a family member, but there was some sort of a fight, some kind of bullshit behavior. Seven of Swords. Could be by either one of these guys. It could be either like a Pentacle, which is Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And it could very well have something to do with work. Like, there could be someone at work that's watching you that thinks you're great. But this kind of bullshit here came out too. So could be an old lover or a family member or something, right? So just a heads up on that. Someone is watching you. So let's see. Cancer is next. I'm kind of trying not to take forever on these, you guys. 1940. But I was thinking about it yesterday. I started looking up the stuff for the oh, thanks, Erica. It's not quite my birthday. It's the 23rd of May, but I have that. I'm putting on that festival this weekend, and I kind of did want to do something different with my hair. And I had mentioned that to my daughter a long time ago, and I said, I think I'm going to wait until, you know, closer to the metaphysical fair so I can, you know, look good. Look better, anyway. So, hi, Linda. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for liking. Thanks for all of it. Appreciate you. my God, the dogs, right? I'm so sorry about them, guys. They're assholes. Just want you to know. Am I a dog lover? Kinda, but they're so naughty. And the kids are probably out for school, you know, like for, what am I trying to say? For recess. I live right across from a school, so they just never shut up. Look at all those smileys. Hi. That's sweet. Okay, so Cancer, here's what it says. Are you harboring resentment, or does it go even deeper? Reconnect with your inner child, as this lunar eclipse will bring awareness to the shadowy aspects of self-expression, as well as the areas where you lack self-love, whether creatively or in terms of your desire for praise and recognition. The Sun, Uranus, and Mercury retrograde shake up the 11th house of community affairs. It's important to be discerning with the people you genuinely call friends versus social cliques you unknowingly attached yourself to for validation. Your shadow self called, and it has something to say. That's pretty big, huh? Cancer? Inner child stuff. Spirits, angels, guide. Hey, Joni. Love you, man. Libra sibling. Aw, Erica. That's so sweet. Okay, so Cancer. Angel, spirits, guides. Let's get some more information for Cancer about this eclipse and the Mercury retrograde and Uranus all working against each other, it seems. Like they're squaring. This is going to be big changes, you guys. And they aren't always comfortable. So make sure and do some breathing, you know, deep breathing. Connect as much as you can with nature. You know, sometimes just sitting out and in nature, it helps, right? Okay, so I see. Wow. So the first card that comes out is nostalgia. I feel like some of you are lost in thoughts of something from the past. I do feel like there's a rebirth coming, and I think you guys are like kind of going above and beyond, you know, with the transcendence card. Like you're doing something completely different here. I think some of you are very vulnerable. You're feeling a little guarded, but I don't think that I feel like your soul is active, very active. It's your human that's a little scared and stuff, you know, closed off, guarded, that kind of, you got two guarded cards. But like, it's time for like something new. The spring card is here. Like there's something brand new coming, being planted for you. You know, like it's seeds, you're planting them. Maybe it's something that you planted a long time ago. When I think about springtime, you know, like every single day I go outside and something else has broke through the ground, a new plant, you know, like I can see it. It's just right there, and it excites me so much. And that's what I see happening for you. I see you being very open to receive here. But at the same time, like, remember the nostalgia card? It's coming back again saying, like, you're kind of stuck in this. You lost something. You're nostalgic about it, and you're longing for someone, you know? Like, this feels like the lightning storm that won't end for you. Like, it's the very front of your reading. You know, it's like the first message out. Like, there is something here. And then the rest of it is all of these, like, but I do see, like, you kind of, like, spirit, you got spirit activity in the middle, but then on the other side, you've got, like, this guardedness, this fear, closed off. This can all be fixed over here with just self-care, just self-love. You can, like, get rid of that closed off feeling. See, I feel like there's an integration here, and I know this talks about, you know, this has a picture of two people, but I really feel like it's integration, soul, body, mind, you know. So I feel like this closed off thing is going to be healed by self-care, and I feel like you are just kind of coming together. All three pieces of you are lining up. This is so beautiful. I feel like it's, you know, it's all about your intuition. This is the third eye, and I feel like you're getting clarity. I feel like you're also like really practicing this, the attitude of gratitude. You know, I've been doing some research on like raising your vibe and really intentionally like trying to raise your vibe. And gratitude's at the very top of that list. Do you know that? So like if you, let's say, had a journal just for gratitude and you kept it by your bed, like right on your nightstand or whatever, and when you wake up in the morning and that's the first thing you do, or maybe you put it by where you drink your coffee or whatever, and you sit there and drink your coffee and that's the first thing, you know what I mean? But starting your day with understanding that there is stuff all the time that you can be grateful for, even if it's just taking a walk around your yard and looking at the new plants coming up right now. For me, that's, I mean, it makes me feel alive every time. And so I don't know. Anyway, what I feel like is this old cycle of whatever this is, this it's like the storm that won't end. And I feel like that cycle is closing out for you with this eclipse. It's being eclipsed out. It's completed. You know, that's the whole Pluto. No, it's the eclipse in Scorpio. You know, Scorpio is about death and rebirth. So of course cycles would be completing. And what better one than this one that feels like it won't end? It's a fear. It's a feeling that's hurting you, and it's like the feeling that won't end, and it's ending with the eclipse. It's just going to be eclipsed out, the pain. And it's because of you asking. It's because of you being open. You know what I mean? Like you're asking your spirit guides, like I can't live like this anymore. I've been in this cocoon long enough. Like I want to fly. Spirit's like, okay, let's go. It's spring. Let's do it. Right? So like this is what's happening. Like you're getting this really solid foundation within yourself and with spirit. Like I feel like this is a whole new life, really, for you. Like this is the beginning of something that you've never experienced before within yourself and within your whole being, you know, like it's integrating, it's becoming one. And so that's what I see. That's beautiful, Cancer. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Hi, Jessica. Hi, how's it going? I just pulled that card this week. Gratitude. Oh, good for you. Yeah. I feel like everyone, like I don't know. I guess what I was doing was trying to figure out like how to raise the vibe at my festival Saturday. Like all of us together, like, you know, like a lot of times when you go to those, everybody holds hands and they say a prayer or whatever. And I was thinking about like, you know, circling up, holding hands and whatever. But I think I'm going to just do gratitude. You know what I mean? Like everybody just do gratitude because it's honestly the biggest thing that changes our vibe. Okay, so Leo is next. Let me look at the time. So Leo, here's what it says. Courage comes from within, but that's the least of your worries. Charging up your fourth house of emotional foundations and family matters. The lunar eclipse is bringing awareness to the darker attributes of your inner world, whether in terms of as ancestral patterns or your innermost feelings. A part of your past is being eclipsed out, but it's setting you free in the process. Reflect on what validates your sense of authority and personal stability. You're rewriting this story, and you're doing it for your children's children. That's a pretty big deal, huh? It's Spirits, angels, guides, can you give me a few more messages for Leo? Just some advice, some heads up about what to expect through this eclipse season. Okay, Epiphany, you're having a breakthrough. First card out. So something, Spirit's showing you something. This gives me like Ace of Wands vibes, right? I feel like this epiphany is going to change something about your thoughts. This is a Leo reading. I'm on Leo now. I feel like there's gifts coming in. I feel like there's a celebration. I feel like also like you're really living in an attitude of gratitude with this epiphany. You know, I do think there's some of you hanging on to something that doesn't really serve you anymore. And yeah, it could be like maybe some problems with communication. I feel like there's some kind of conflict going on and confusion. And this is something old. Like this is the South Node card over here with this. So I feel like there's some confusion, but I feel like this epiphany is helping you remember something. Maybe remember who you were. I feel like you're just having some sort of awakening from your soul, you know. Here's your card. You have a brand new beginning. And again, like that's you. That's that epiphany card again, and it came out again, the Ace of Fire. So I do feel like you got ancestral help coming. And I don't know, some of you actually might be having someone come in. The Mars card is here with attraction and fire. And you do have actually a lot of fire here. So I feel like it's after you have this awakening. And I'll tell you why. It's after you have the awakening because of your vibe. Like once you have an awakening and then you start seeing things, feeling things, and reacting to things different, and it attracts a different type of person. So Leo, I feel like someone good is coming in, and I feel like it's because of your growth. Like this isn't somebody that's toxic, you know. Yeah, no, this is somebody that empowers you, you know, that makes you think bigger, that brings out your true self. This is someone who compliments you. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it's your energy. The Strength card is you. And I feel like whoever this is that's coming in, they kind of magnify that in you somehow. Like, I don't know. They're good, a good fit. I feel like they also even help you too. I feel like there's ancestors helping you. Yeah. And your higher self is definitely here, activated. You see that? So what that means is like you're in tune to your higher self, going on that soul journey, you know? Like you're listening to it. You're starting to love yourself. You're starting to see your value, self-worth. And then you just have new beginnings. New beginnings. I feel like you're releasing some really shitty stuff here. So the eclipse is, and I'll tell you what it looks like it's releasing. There has been maybe a cycle in your life with like kind of fucked up relationships or something. It could even be in your family. But I feel like it's hurtful, and there's conflicts, and there's triggers. There could be money issues. And it's all changing as soon as you find that other piece of you, that soul piece, and honor it. Like start loving yourself and taking better care, feeling differently about yourself too, seeing yourself different in the mirror even, you know, and it all changes. So I think your whole damn life is having a redo. You're going from like this kind of disharmony place to Jessica, did that make sense for you? Well, that's lucky you came right at Leo time, huh? Hi, Spirit. That's what I say. Hello, Spirit. Thanks for guiding me here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. That first part, Jessica, was about, it's about the, the planets, so. Okay, so the next one is Virgo. So we'll go on to Virgo here. Okay, Virgo. It's going to be activating your third house of communication. So siblings and neighbors and immediate surroundings. Unveiling truths that were unspoken and unconscious memories you hid away in your psyche. Sitting directly across from the sun, Uranus and Mercury retrograde, this could result in an unexpected epiphany regarding your belief system and or personal philosophy. Also, Mars charging your 11th house of community affairs, truths surrounding your ideals and sense of belonging in the world are illuminated. This is self-discovery on your own terms. I love that. I love that for you, Virgo. Let's see. Let's get a few messages here for Virgo. Virgo. Spirits, angels, guides, ancestors, love and light beings, thank you so much for being with me. Help me give great, really honest, accurate messages for Virgo. Okay, we've got one card so there's something that is going to be surrendered, purged, and let go of, which we kind of did see that, didn't we, in the reading, in the Virgo message from astrology. It's like rediscovering you on your own terms, and I really love that, Virgo. Okay, so I feel like there's something that you've been hanging on to. Maybe like you could have been like resentful. You know what I mean? Like you have a resentment that's deep, and I feel like you're just letting that go. Like you're seeing something different. You have a rebirth coming. You know? Like something happened here. It pushed you to surrender. And it's changing your whole damn life because of it, and I'm getting chills all over my neck. So it's definitely true. I feel like you're getting really powerful in feminine energy, male or female. This is a powerful energy. I know I don't care what anybody thinks about this, but women are powerful beings, really, really powerful. And I think we've forgotten, or had it like kind of just taken away from us. But we're the only ones that birth live souls into this world. We're the ones. We're the vessel. We're huge. We're important. And we've been made to believe the opposite. And I see you rising. I see you rising into that feminine energy. Good. I feel like a lot of times we do. Like even my generation, like we really weren't assigned a lot of value, you know? We weren't. Not how I was raised. I was supposed to just be a wife and a mother, the end. So this feminine power is just so much more than that. We're the nurturers. We're the powerful ones here. And I feel like, Virgo, you're stepping into that. This rebirth is showing you this power. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. This is powerful energy. You're receiving it. I feel like some of you honestly have gone through the dark night of the soul because it's here. It's here. And it has exposed a bunch of stuff here about yourself. And honestly, this is coming out saying like, go with the flow. This is kind of like, I feel like it's like the the Wheel of Fortune card in this, you know, I feel like it's time. And I feel like you're going from, you know, this dark night, and I feel like you're getting stable. I feel like you're coming in harmony with yourself, kind of having some kind of unity, body, mind, and soul. That's what's happening here. This is a rediscovery of your own self on your own terms. How cool of a reading. Yeah, you're open to receive. You see, like, that's how come I'm always, you know, when the Nine of Wands comes out and I give that whole big spiel about like figuring out like what it gave to you, like the knowledge and the ability to help other people through that same problem because you made it. Like, I'm talking about that kind of like epiphany. And I think this dark night of the soul has really opened something up in you. Yeah, there's a big celebration. I feel like you're getting many, many new spiritual gifts. I feel like once you come out of that dark night, there's a celebration, and you are just fucking happy to be alive. I love that. Anything else for Virgo, Spirit? Yeah, look, it is. You see, higher self activation. This is your soul driving the car. It's like the Chariot card. It's like the Judgment card. You know, it's like the freaking Fool card. Like, it's my turn. Like, you know, soul is not scared. Soul knows where it's going. Soul is activated. Your higher self is being activated. See, the breakthrough. The alchemy. You've got ancestors working with you, working for you. Whole new world here. The Ace. Look at the growth over the summer. Look at the growth over the summer. You even get the, like this new, like big idea that's taking you somewhere, right? Wow. Virgo, I think this is the best one. This is the best thing I've seen as far as like the reading goes. And remember what house it's in. Third house. House of communication, siblings, neighbors, and immediate surroundings. Unveiling truths that were unspoken and unconscious. Memories you hid away in your psyche. Sitting directly across from the sun, Uranus, and Mercury retrograde, this could result in an unexpected epiphany regarding your belief system. You see? Your soul is just, I'm right here. I think it's going to change stuff for you, Virgo, and I'm so excited. So Libra is next. All right. You're becoming more aware of your shadow side, of your energetic exchanges and intimate unions. But this lunar eclipse is here to set you free from whatever you've unconsciously attached yourself to. Be it a toxic value system you unknowingly committed to, or a fear of not being able to make ends meet without the help of a significant other. Hi, Joni. A low vibrational exchange is being eclipsed into your highest good. So your low vibe is being just eclipsed out of your life, and your highest good is replacing it. Hello, Joni. Are you there? In the meantime, reflect on how you've compromised your self-worth and sense of authority. You are not the financial hardships of your past. Looks to me like money is involved here for you, Libra. And Erica. Erica's a Libra too. Money, 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 money. Oh, higher self activation. So that's the first card out, saying to me like this. I think your higher self is already there, you know, like at least if it's not yet, it will be by the time, you know, this eclipse thing like kicks off. We're in that energy now. And you know, it's seriously like several days before and several, you know, it could be years. That eclipse can last for a couple of years. So, but I do see like the very first thing that happens in for this eclipse is your higher self being activated and kind of like taking the lead. Oh my God, I just pulled that card yesterday and the day before. Gratitude. Well, see, I mean, remember what I said about gratitude. Like, it is the one thing that is guaranteed to change your vibration. And I don't even know where I read it. I've been doing a lot of research on it because, dude, I've been in a dark fucking place for a long time. And I'm done. I don't want to be there anymore. You know what I mean? And I really feel like gratitude is the number one thing that changes it. Like, you know what I mean? And so here's whatever I read or saw or whatever, it was like, go outside and just practice it. Like, every flower you see, walk up to it, you know, oh, I love you. You're my favorite. Every tree, you're my favorite. Try to connect with those things and say it out loud. I mean, you can say it in your head because everything is like, you know, like a mental, you know, we can talk to the trees with just our thoughts, and they will talk back if you listen. But I really feel like kind of just putting that out there to the mother nature right now, especially in spring. Like, I feel like in the springtime, it's like Mother Earth giving birth all over the damn place during the spring, you know? And I just love that energy. So the first thing happening, I'm sorry, I keep talking, is your higher self being activated first. Yeah, growth, lots of growth this summer. There's some kind of new thing. You see, remember what I just said about the earth and like connecting with it? The ace of earth came out. And you see how that lady is almost like wearing a dress of leaves. It's a really beautiful picture of it, but like kind of showing like that connection, you know, that connection. So yeah, you got Jupiter bringing in new beginnings. You might want to check where Jupiter's at and like do a little research on that, Libra, because it might be you know, important. Here's your third eye coming out. Like, I feel like that's being activated more and more as you connect with the energy of Mother Earth, you know. I feel like that's a super important message. Yeah, it's changing you. It's giving you courage. And look at her. She's fucking on the move. She's got a couple of suitcases. She's going somewhere. I feel like your third eye could be like showing you a new way. I do see like there's clarity coming too. We've got the Ace of Air. So that would be your energy, right? So there's a big transformation. You're going to celebrate it. You're open. There's nothing bad in this reading. There's nothing. I feel like there is some things that you need to surrender. This is the first time I've seen it. Do you see her? Like, her dress is like a waterfall almost. What a cool deck of cards. Honestly, I kind of really love working with the energy on these. So you're basically, there's a huge change for you, and it's all coming from your soul. So tap into that. Stay very, very grateful. If I could give you one piece of advice, it would be to keep a gratitude journal and use it every day. Try to put 3 things in there throughout the day, or just in the morning, or whatever. Different things every day that you're grateful for, you know? And it doesn't take a long time, you know? But the more you keep that attitude of gratitude, like you're walking downtown and you see like, I don't know, you see something cool, a really cool flower bed, make sure to notice it. Make sure to feel grateful. I'm not asking you to like go up and talk to every flower. Remember, we can talk to them with our mind, and the universe hears us. That's the most important part. They see us feeling grateful, and they give us more shit to be grateful for. And then suddenly all the things we've been concentrating on, like the memories from the past, things that we've lost, all of that, it kind of it kind of like gets on the back burner because your spirit's giving you all this stuff coming in that's beautiful. And you're like, man, thank you. Thank you for that. And then it's like that becomes your focus. And you're just walking with a little bit of pep in your step, you know, little bouncing steps. Let's see. I love having you on here, Erica. Okay, let's see. 5059 is Scorpio. So let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Man, I haven't seen that one Scorpio friend, May. Was her name May? I haven't seen her in a while. Okay, so let's see what this one says. It says, think back to January 2022 and reflect on the spiritual growth and transformation of your eclipse story. Shadow work is never easy, but this supercharged lunation is here to liberate you and help you face the darker parts of your unconscious mind. The Taurus stellium in your relationship sector, let alone with Mars in your 9th house of self-discovery and Pluto via your 4th house of family, what you once valued in personal connections or perhaps unknowingly depended on is changing. And it's in ways you weren't expecting. You're breaking patterns that could have had a strong hold on you. So call on your ancestors for support. So lots changing for Scorpio. Let's see what that is all about. Spirits, angels, guides, thank you so much for all the messages today. Thank you for this beautiful deck of cards too. I love the messages, and I love the way you're talking to me right now. I have somebody really kind with me right now, and I don't know if there's more than one, but I can feel them, and it's pretty great. So thank you, whoever you are, for being here with me. Okay, so Scorpio messages, Spirit, thank you so much. Okay, spring. So there's been some seeds that are planted, and I was thinking like it could be like what they're trying to say is like, remember January 2022. So that must have been when this cycle that's ending started. So that's been a while ago. So think back to that. I feel like there's something about a contract. Oh gosh, okay. I see what they're saying. All right. So something happened to somebody. It's coming out really clear here. It could have something to do with money, but it could be about a relationship too. It's like contracts, career commitments. This is about Saturn. So check to see where Saturn's at. I kind of like that's on this card too, just like what planet, because I feel like they're sort of on the move too, Jupiter and Saturn right now. So here's what I see happening is like there's been some sort of reflecting going on, like mirroring, right? And it's about some kind of control, like I don't know, but I think, you know, usually what the reflection card means is like someone is behaving in a way that you behave, but you didn't realize it. And it's reflected back to you, and it's your behavior. And you're like, oh my God. I feel like it's about this. It's about control. Isn't this a crazy looking card? Control tactics. Anyway, someone's mirroring some kind of like control bullshit to you, and it's actually something that you're familiar with your own self, and maybe you didn't realize it, but you're realizing it, right? And I feel like it's kind of making you isolate. It's kind of the hermit card. So I feel like you're talking to spirit about it, right? Like, I don't know about this. Well, spirit is saying like, even in the astrology, it's saying like that shit's going. Like you didn't even know, and it's going. It's something. Yeah, it's the triggers, right? And it is about love. This is Venus involved here now. I feel like you guys are getting some kind of messages through your dreams. So maybe you want to have a dream journal. Like keep it by your bed. And if you wake up in the night or you first thing in the morning, write it down, because sometimes we forget these dreams, but they're important. They're messages from spirit. They're messages from the higher realms, right? I feel like there's someone, they're talking about somebody that you are very attracted to that's at a distance. You guys could be broken up. I feel like this person may be coming back wanting a renewal, and I do feel like it could be, I mean, it's very possible that, I don't know, it could be good. The sun is usually, you know, like about abundance, empowerment, freedom. Look at freedom's coming out too. So you might be getting messages about this situation. Hi, Dan. Okay, so when this person comes in, I feel like it could be this person that like mirrored you, some kind of shitty behavior about control. I feel like they're coming back for another go round, because it looks like you've been taking a time out. And when they come back, I feel like you are attracted to this person, but I feel like you are guarded and you don't really know. Let's see. You have a lot of fears about it. And yeah, separation, geez. But I feel like you do want them back, right? So you could be even reaching out for them. All right, so here's what I'm, okay. This is a relationship. I feel like this is a special relationship is what I feel like. Because I see the divine timing card. So it's up to spirit. Like the divine timing is up to the universe, you know. And they're asking you to trust this thing. I do see that you love them. You want them. You want to even maybe travel to them. I feel like this has been kind of like something that's been really shitty, like a shitty place, right? But here's what I feel like. Honestly, spirit is just asking you to release the outcome of it. Don't like sit there and think like, well, how can I control this? Because that's what I think they're making you see the control thing, because I feel like you gotta surrender the control, you know? Because I mean, this whole reading is about someone. It's about someone that you love, and it's about someone that's mirroring some kind of behavior, controlling behavior. And this person, I want you to know, is a very important person in your life. Like, you picked them. You guys picked each other. You're probably healing them. They're probably healing you at the same time. Does it mean you're going to be together? I don't know. You know? But I feel like what Spirit is saying is like, will you just stop trying to control it? Like, this is what all we want is for you to stop trying to control it. So if you can stop trying to control it, I feel like it's going to come in. You know? You got to be open to receive. But this whole lesson about whatever I'm reading here, right here, this is all about a control thing that you've been in a cycle of it. Like, I don't even think you knew you were a control freak. And I'm not trying to use the word freak badly. I'm just saying, like, you know how some people, they want to, you know, control things like, I'll show them, or I'm going to sabotage it because whatever. You know what I mean? Here's what I feel like. I feel like Spirit is talking to you in your sleep. I feel like they're giving you intuitive hits. It could even be about this person. And that's why I can see it's a pretty special relationship. So whoever that's for, that was a pretty long message about someone. But I think the whole thing of it is just to like let go of control, because I mean, a lot of times we think we can control our life, and you know what? We really are the ones at the wheel. It's just that hidden piece of it, that soul. You know, and our human, well, we get to thinking we're the ones that get to pick, and, you know, and your soul is really the one. So I think it's like kind of like letting go of that ego piece, like, you know what I mean? And Spirit saying, like, if you would surrender that, everything's going to work out. You just have to trust that you, your higher self, made this plan and it's going to work out. It's just like, this is one of the lessons, like this lesson of control. So there's more than one people, more than one person, right? Dan. Hi, Dan. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, 12th house of surrender. That's where the eclipse is. So there's healing of unconscious patterns. The eclipse brings awareness to the dark side of your energetic exchanges, power dynamics, and acts of service. Mars highlights the part of your life that lacks nurture and nourishment and have led to your detriment. What are you no longer willing to sacrifice? Reflect on the driving force of your habits, rituals, and routines. Your eclipse energy speaks to the energies you unknowingly repress and hide behind the scenes. Okay. So it's in your 12th house of surrendering. Let's get some messages on that. 12th house of surrendering. So this again, like this came out in Scorpio, I think, with the reflection card. So I feel like someone's been reflecting some kind of behavior for you, you know, and I feel like you're letting go of something, right? Restructuring. Yeah. And your ancestors are helping here with this alchemy card. So you have some decisions to make. I feel like your ancestors are helping you. But here's what I see like as a new beginning. I feel like you're getting clarity. I feel like you're forming a new foundation. And I feel like you're living in gratitude, you know? Or else that's the, if you're not, you will be, right? That's the energy coming through. Yeah, I feel like in what you're letting go of is this shadow side, right? The dark night of the soul comes out again. I honestly feel like there's a lot of us who've been in a dark night, and they don't last just for a minute. They last a while. Let's see. And here's what's coming, though. You're like really working on yourself. You're structuring like a new foundation. It's going to be very solid and stable. And I feel like it does start to like pull you together, all the pieces of you, right? Body, mind, spirit. And I feel like once that happens, then your soul knows the way to the wish fulfillment. It knows the way to the next pathway, you know. So once we really let our soul do it, and our human has to like quit being scared and like just take a back seat, we start watching our soul actually take the lead, and our human just kicks back and goes, wow, what a soul. Like, it's so magical and powerful and beautiful and wonderful. And I think that right at that moment is when I feel like maybe someone new is coming in. It is your wish fulfillment. It's someone that you have a lot of chemistry with. Yeah, I feel like it helps you reach this place of freedom. There's a lot of inner child work going on here for someone. And it is about whatever this alchemy is, right? The shadow thing. It's about an inner child wound. Like, The reason that the dark night is happening is because there's something that happened as a child that needs to be let loose. And sometimes those things when we're children, like we don't even realize they're still running us, but they are, you know? And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. I see the alchemy. I feel like at some point, you know, I feel like you're going to understand, or maybe you have been doing that since, you know, like since 2022. Maybe you have been dealing with this inner child wounding, and maybe that is finally to the end, you know, and it's finally time, like you're actually healing and moving forward, and then you're just like on your way to this new beautiful path. That's kind of cool. So let's see what's up for Capricorn. 106. Okay, Capricorn is in your 11th house of community affairs and individual freedom. It highlights your desire for a sense of belonging, and how it might have turned toxic over time. Whether personal or professional, an unexpected shakeup brings awareness to the security or lack of around your self-expression. A social identity you falsely portrayed is being eclipsed and is setting you free. That's pretty powerful. So maybe some of us put on a face, you know, we put on some kind of false front for people or whatever that, and I feel like whatever that is kind of leaving. I feel like there's a lot of that stuff going on. That's ego stuff, you know, feeling like you have to pretend to be something else to fit into a group. I've seen that with this specific eclipse. I feel like it's happening to a lot of people. It's just like in different personality sectors of them, you know. But this one is too. So yeah, because it's time for you guys, Capricorn, to be put on your soul journey path, right? And they do that periodically through our life. Like something big will happen and we're kind of thrown into a different direction, you know. I feel like, yeah, you've got the reflection card too. Closed off, guarded. I don't know what your north node is, but you guys should look it up. It changes like every 18 months, so you have to put in your whole birthday, but you can just Google it and find it. So what's happening here is you're remembering something. You know, you're remembering something big from maybe a past life, or you're realizing how cool your soul really is, how powerful it is. And look what came out. Remember what it said? Like something that this facade you're wearing is over. Like it could be like what you believe. Do you see that? That whole guy's face is off. Like he doesn't even have a face. He's pretending, or, you know, he's not even being his whole self. This is what's leaving because it's toxic. And they put us in a place where, you know, I mean, if you're not even really being true to who you really are or what your belief systems is, it's changing. Yeah, there's a completion here. A total completion. And it's all about you, you know, remembering. You're remembering something about your own self, about your soul path, you know, like it could be maybe you had a dream like about a past life or something, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I feel like you're remembering something. It's like an awakening, and I feel like you're going on to your north node, and this is a path of nurturing yourself. This north node path, it's a path where you love who you are, you know, like you're seeing the reality of your soul. And when we can really see that, like the rest of it kind of leaves, like the physical aspects of it, like maybe we feel like we're not good enough or whatever, and your soul just knows it's not true. And once we like understand that and like let it really sink in, everything changes. Like the fakeness changes. You're like, why am I faking who I am? Like I'm fucking badass, man. Who else would have picked this life this life path. Like, fuck, man, it's been fucked up. And that's what you're realizing. You're like, whoa, dude, my soul is so amazing. Think about all the shit it put you through, the path, the stumbling blocks, and you climbed over every one of them, didn't you? That's what's happening here on a very much bigger level than that. You know, I feel like your authenticity is rising up. You don't have to pretend to be someone different. You can be proud. You can be very, very excited and able to wear that soul out on the outside too, you know? If that made sense. Hi, Jada. Next is, let's see, I'm almost done already. I whipped right through these, didn't I? Cancer, this one. Okay, Aquarius is next. We did Capricorn, right? And Aquarius. 111 for Aquarius. Okay, balance is coming, Aquarius. Reflect on your definition of success and notoriety. Does it stem from childhood? You have the opportunity to go within and reconnect with your personal value system. Trigger warning. But if you're unconsciously subscribed to a superficial image for the sake of financial security, the shadowy truth will be undeniable. What's your definition of success, Aquarius? Is it about notoriety? Is it about being like known for the you want to be famous? What is it? What is it for you? I feel like something is being shown to you that's different. Like you've had a way of thinking, like something, some specific things is what makes you successful. And it's being changed. Like you're understanding it differently for some reason, somehow. I feel like Spirit is just using this opportunity, you know, with the planets to show you. Like, let's see what it is. All right, party card comes out first. Cigarettes and alcohol is what I see in this card. So whatever that means, first card out. I feel like there's something about, something's changing. Look at you. Oh my gosh, you're releasing. If there's any one of you guys out here that's got some kind of an addiction, even if it's cigarettes or whatever, I feel like that is leaving. Now, is that what makes you feel successful? Like being the life of the party? I feel like there's some kind of truth coming out about it. Yeah. I feel like there's sun coming here, giving you some strength. I feel like Spirit is coming in, like giving you strength and empowerment through showing you the truth. They're showing you the truth somehow. I feel like it could have something to do with you, something you planted, like something that maybe didn't seem like it was important at the time. You know what I mean? Like you did something and you were like, you know, you planted a seed. And tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening, because I feel like there's growth here. There's some sort of, like you're seeing something completely different. It's about family. That's what it is. So I feel like there's some of you here. I'll show you what's happening here. I feel like there's a release needed, and it's got something to do with partying, or like maybe some kind of love affair, maybe just like basing a love affair off of passion is what I'm seeing. And then I see you having some freedom. I feel like you are, this is Uranus. So you remember in the whole, all the readings that Uranus is with, it's in a stellium in Taurus. So it's all at once doing something. And I feel like there's some kind of big cool thing, like an opportunity. An opportunity. I feel like it's an opportunity to jump, right? It could be a new job or something like that. But okay, so here's what I feel like could be needing to be released. Like I feel like there's some kind of cold energy. I feel like that's like maybe not, I don't know. like having like a wall around yourself, you know, like not really showing your true self. And I feel like there's some kind of release that needs to happen, a surrender, right? So it could be about partying, it could be about like even like, I don't know, like passion, like sexual relationships. Like, what do you base that on? Like, who are you looking for? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but there's something here that's changing. And spirit's changing it with the planets. I feel like they're showing you truth and giving you strength and watching, and I feel like the new growth here, this seed that you planted a long time ago, could be about children, could be about family, but I feel like honestly, yourself is over here with this truth and the sun too. This is what's happening on this side, and I feel like that's what's coming in, and it's these dark cards that are leaving. These dark cards. And so what I'm saying is, like, some of you, I feel like just the way you see yourself, or like what makes you attractive, or anything like that, I feel like suddenly you're seeing what's actually you know, what's important to you is being like illuminated in a different way by with the sun. They're like, hey, wait, here's what it's showing you. Like, look at your family, your kids, your family, your home. And I feel like that's the truth. Spirit's showing you the truth. Like, is it this side that's important to you? Maybe. Looks like I almost lost you guys for a second. I hope that made sense for Aquarius. We got Pisces next. Let's see. Okay, Pisces, is your philosophy authentic to you, or is it attached to an illusion? Most don't know the reason why they wear rose-colored glasses, because it stems from your fear of harsh realities. Touching down in your ninth house of expansion, adventure, and self-discovery, this last lunar eclipse in Scorpio is here to transmute pain into power. This Pisces reading, this Pisces message is like my favorite one. The last lunar eclipse in Scorpio is here to transmute pain into power. This will result from an unexpected perspective shift. Let me say that again. Hello, Mercury retrograde. I am totally acknowledging you. So this is going to transmute pain into power. This will result from an unexpected perspective shift. This is especially true for those of you who unknowingly choose to find comfort in the worst case scenario for the sake of a false sense of security. As always, the truth is setting you free, but it's up to you to choose the path. How about that? How about that? So, did you get what that's saying, Pisces? Because this is especially true for those of you who unknowingly choose to find comfort in the worst case scenario. For the sake of a false sense of security. The truth is going to set you free, babe. How good is that? Worst case scenario. You choose to do that one. Okay, so let me give some messages for Pisces. That was a mouthful of reading there. Turning pain into power. And it's because your perspective is changing. Spirits, angels, guides, thank you so much for being with me today. Yeah, you're going to be freedom. Look at that. It's freedom. Take the leap. This is Uranus again, and it's definitely in that stellium. Release, surrender, purge. Transformation with Pluto. Big changes for everybody, right? And North Node, yeah. So basically, you are kind of being bumped again onto your purpose, you know, like maybe some kind of epiphany about what that might be. Third eye is telling you. Yeah, so I feel like, see, they're showing me guilt and sabotage. So see, like, remember what it was saying about picking the worst case scenario just because, I don't know, it makes you feel better? But you're having freedom from that. Thanks, Erica. Have a good day, too. So I feel like, for some of you, I feel like there could be a reunion of a soulmate coming in. It could be a Taurus, but I feel like this person helps you love yourself. I feel like some of you have been going through the dark night of the soul, and I do feel like your philosophy is changing, because I feel like there's some of you who actually sort of stay focused on your limitations and your fears, like guilt, like past stuff. But I feel like what's happening is you're starting to love yourself. You're starting to unite with your, because you've got here, you've got self-care, self-worth, self-love, nurture. So I feel like you guys are changing, just changing with this energy. Anything else for Pisces? Yeah, honestly, I don't know if there's some of you that, you know, are forgiving other people, but I kind of feel like this is more about you and you know? And I feel like you're honestly seeing the truth. I feel like your soul is showing you some truths. And I feel like you're kind of even like giving yourself permission, you know, self-forgiveness, self-love. You're understanding your human a little bit better and why it operated the way it did the whole time, you know. And I feel like all of that is changing. I just see like one of the very first cards out is freedom. So I feel like at the end of the day, the eclipse is bringing in freedom for you, Pisces. Is what I see. So that's all I have. I love you guys. And thank you so much for watching today. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.